Okay. Hello, it's Cat. Welcome back to my channel. It's my first day. I'm taking a little time off work right now, so yes. I got Kitty here. He's probably gonna interrupt me. But I just wanted to do a video on what intuitiveness feels like, because as if you've ever watched my channel, you know that I have been trying to accept my intuitiveness for the past couple of years after I had a difficult experience that kind of shocked me into place. So I'm just gonna explain, and there's gonna be some really weird concepts in here that I know some people are gonna be freaked out about or not agree with, and that's totally fine. I mean, if you don't like this stuff, you don't have to be on, watching this. You're just watching it for my cat, I guess, if you want. But anyway, I already made a video about why I started accepting my intuitiveness, because of something that really bad happened, and I wish I had spoken up sooner. I knew something in advance and I didn't say it, and I felt guilty, and then I had to go talk to some people and work on that. But I already talked about that. But I was just gonna say, sorry, I'm such a space cadet, and the cat needs me. I've been away working a lot and he's shedding like crazy. But you silly, say hi to the peoples. Hi, peoples. Anyway, basically, when I'm on, say, like I'm doing a tarot read or something, and I say, I feel something, or I see something, or I hear something, intuitive feelings are not, it's not like you're, at least with me, I don't know about other people, there might be other people who are different, and, it's basically when I say I hear something, I don't actually hear a voice. It's just like my body hears something and I know it. And when I see something, I don't actually see something in front of me, but it's like an image that's in my brain, like I'm dreaming, kind of, but I'm awake, but it's not as clear as in a dream. It's just like, maybe I'll see an image of a little boy putting his arms around me, like asking for help or something like that. And I'll be able to tell their race and stuff, but I won't be able to get like a lot of information. Sometimes I can. And I haven't been doing this for very long, but it's just as far as trying to embrace it. But also, I must say, I guess deep down I've known about it my whole life and have talked to other people apparently about it, because when I came out about it, people were like, you've already talked about this before. So I guess, that incident that I had, where I felt like someone was going to get hurt and die. And I didn't say anything. I forgot about it. I don't have the best memory, and when I do have intuitive insights, I forget them pretty quickly. So that's why I started just blurting things out. But yeah, I just started trying to embrace it. And there was two ideas that I've been thinking about, that are gonna sound really bizarre, since I've been embracing this. One was about reincarnation, and the other one is about memories. So there's two things that human beings do, and I think that this just shows how conditioned we are from the moment of birth as to accepting everything as we see it and as we're told. Like, we don't question things enough, and I think it's important in life, whether you're intuitive or not, or whether you don't believe in intuitive ability, that's fine, that's totally cool, is to start questioning stuff and stop, like, assuming that everything you've known your entire life is true, because it's not. A lot of the time, like, I remember as kids, being told to memorize a bunch of Einstein's theories and, getting graded on it when they weren't, disproven later and not really true. But one thing I thought about was reincarnation, the concept of reincarnation. If you think about it, the concept of reincarnation that is just sort of commercially available, that, you see in the movies and that you think about all the time, is that you die and then you get put in another body, and that body that you go into is on a timeline. So like, here's, say like you died in 1980 and you're reborn, say in 1986 after you died. What if reincarnation, in terms of reincarnation, you could go backwards in time? In other words, would this explain why some people are able to predict certain events? And that's one thing. So I'm not sure if I'm coming across completely, but as a general rule, humans that I have been around, when they're talking about reincarnation, and I'm sure it's defined in the dictionary this way, because it's defined, the concept isn't there. So say like, if you were to die today and you're reincarnated, the concept is that you're reincarnated tomorrow. What if, say, you actually died in 2017 or 2077 and you were reincarnated in 2021 before you died? And what if this is something that could happen that we're not aware of? Because there's so many things we're not aware of, and it's just an idea. I know it sounds crazy to some people, but it's just an idea. And there was another thing I thought about. Oh, and then if you also were to define memories, memories are something from the past. I'm sure, I'm not going to look it up in the dictionary. I don't even have a dictionary right now. I probably do, but my house is a mess. I don't know where it is. But memories, we feel, are only from the past. This is a concept that everybody believes in, that our memories are only from the past. How much do we know about like what is on the other side? Why can't we have a memory from the future? And the thing is if human beings are on, if we are conditioned to having a certain timeline and we see everything in a straight line and we see everything as black and white, then we are conditioned to believe that everything happens in a certain order. And there's another kitty. Hi, you. I'm just gonna call you Demetrius. That's my cat's boyfriend. Yes. Okay. So anyway, yeah, call me Cat Lady. I don't care. There's literally only 2 cats here, and only one of them is mine. They're so cute. But anyway, I probably have a bit of ADD, but as you can tell, and I'm not gonna medicate myself. But part of the reason I put my videos down, is why I've been posting videos. I know they're not getting a lot of views. It's just to see when I do predict things, when I'm right, because I have a problem with forgetting stuff after I get it. If I do recall it, I put it down, like when in general, I just am trying to get better at this, because ever since I had that experience that made me feel so bad, it was just so terrible. The feelings of guilt, and then what if I had said something that I knew that something violent was going to happen to somebody just out of the blue, and I told my son, I said, if I say anything about it, people are going to think I'm crazy. Completely forgot about it. And then the person was shot around the time I thought they would be shot. I didn't know they'd be shot, I just knew it would be violent. And I couldn't remember it. Like, after I said it, I couldn't remember it. And please don't knock the camera over. So yeah, that just kind of made me feel like I had an obligation to learn and get it under control, and to start thinking differently and opening my mind to different concepts. And I actually do have a past life memory, so I know that's kind of a lot of people are not going to understand that either. Yep. So I guess I could put that on here. I don't know if anyone's ever gonna watch this anyway. I guess people who are really bored might sit down and watch this. When I was in college, I went to music school a million years ago. I graduated like in '93. but I spent a long time going through college because of a learning disability. But I did go to a very good music school, and I sang in Italy a couple times. And I had testing done like a couple years into college where they like the one level of my mind was really really sharp, like really really smart, and everything else was below average. So I don't know what, they called it memory disabilities, but for whatever reason I was able to do a lot of acting and taught myself to memorize lines. And I got through my master's degree at I went through a very difficult college like the Juilliard of the Midwest, and that was absolute torture. I learned a whole bunch of languages. But oh my god, I got off track. I'm so tired. I've been working and stuff, and the kitties are distractions. What was I gonna talk about? Oh, past lives. So anyway, when I was in college, I had a teacher. He was a tenor, a singer, and he'd sung all over the world. And which teacher was it? I had a couple teachers like that. I'm mixing up my teachers. I think it was James. So anyway, he started playing a song, or was it Norman? One of them started playing a song on the piano and didn't know how to finish it. And I told him I'd never heard the song before, but I knew how it finished. And then I started seeing stuff. And like, as I said, it's not in front of me when I see something, it's like a dream that's sort of inside my head, like when you go to sleep. And I saw snow on the ground, and I didn't have any shoes on. And I think I had just gotten out of a concentration camp or something like that. The word Prague came into my head, and I don't know if I feel like I was alive, but if I was alive, I was numb. Like I couldn't feel the snow, I couldn't feel cold, and I saw like candle lights coming. You kitty cat. I saw candle lights coming from the windows, and the name Prague came into my head. And ever since then, I've really wanted to go to Prague. And when I lived in Chicago, I was pretty sure that I had been Jewish before, and I would just feel like I was looking for someone, and I would come into contact with a lot of Jewish people in Chicago and feel very strong affinity for them, and feel very ashamed to like tell them what I was thinking, because it just sounds completely whack, and I'm aware of that. But again, like I'm not 100% sure that the timeline that we live on, that we see, what we see as a timeline, that's something that we do to control our reality, or something is controlling our reality, or it's group thought or something like that, because I'm starting to wonder about the concept of time and why some of us seem to know. There's a few of us. I think there are more people like me that are even not even aware of it. I think you get shut down when you're young. Someone in your family or your friends or society just says that you're crazy. I think because the advent of YouTube, and there's so many intuitive readers online, I think it's becoming more accepted now that some people have this ability. And I'm glad that's happening, because I had to deny so much myself my whole life. Even when I was married, I had to hide my tarot cards. And even now, like, you tell people you do tarot cards, and like, oh, those are dangerous, it's cardboard, it's just cardboard. It just helps you bring things out of you. It's just cardboard. And also religion, a lot of the time, part of the reason I've stayed out of a lot of churches and stuff is because of the discrimination towards people like me. So, and that's something I don't understand either, because like, if you've ever been married to someone who's very religious, or been in a family, that the idea that someone could be intuitive is either that they're crazy, or they're satanic, or they're evil or something. But the Bible has intuitives in it. So apparently people 2,000 years ago we're allowed to be intuitive, but in modern times and in that particular church, you're not allowed to be intuitive. So that was very hard growing up. And I've always suppressed that side of myself, and I've always, been really bad at perceiving people and having rose-colored glasses all the time because that part of me was shut down. So I have just decided just to accept that part of myself, not to be ashamed of it, not to be embarrassed about it, study it, be open about it. And if people don't like me, they just don't have to watch me, they don't have to talk to me. If you don't accept me, I don't have to, I would just like to try to become the most loving person possible. And, people are what they are. You can't do anything about other people. So that's all. I can't believe it if you made it to the end of this message, but anyway, you just watch the cats if you're bored, because they're probably more interesting than I am. All right, have a good one.